modern day women just don't qualify for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
It's not real. None of it is real.
Can you imagine us starting this YouTube channel and just like talking about YouTube every day? Like, you know, we rank in the top 0.1% of all YouTube channels. That's why we're a top tier YouTube channel. Yeah, absolutely. And where there's 2 black men, which makes it even more rare.
Just shut the fuck up and just do content. Yeah, it's
We've made over 1,000 videos. 95% of them all monetized. We are the top 0.1%, which is not even a real percentile, but it doesn't matter. You understand?
That's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Now that you put it that way, it's weird.
Yeah, we are top tier YouTube.
Stop. Don't.
I think we might be the top 5 YouTube duos of all time.
You can walk.
Name a better duo than us. It's like 3, 4 of the max.
I mean, I know there's none in the UK.
Yeah. Just say it. That's us, bro. Top tier.
I'm never gonna get
And the modern fan doesn't even qualify. The modern fan, like the modern audience doesn't qualify for a YouTube channel like ours. I'm just gonna say it. Y'all don't qualify.
Modern fan.
That's it.
That's funny.
That's it. Just call a spade a spade. You guys don't deserve us. Y'all not grateful enough. Y'all don't pay enough money. You know what I'm saying? What did I say that's wrong?
You sound like...
We offer 4 to 5 videos a week free for these cheap bastards. Right? Brokies. And they gonna sit here and try to tell me how to run this channel. You guys are ungrateful.
Yo.
And the modern audience does not deserve... Because if you think about it, 20, 30 years ago, think about how traditional audiences used to be.
Yo.
They used to faint when you walked in the room. They used to throw hundreds of dollars for you at a concert for a meet and greet. These niggas want to talk to you in the DMs for free. The modern audience doesn't deserve top tier quality entertainers like us.
Congratulate. That was crazy.
Because think about it. This channel makes over $1 million a year.
Think about this.
Okay, think about this. Makes over $1 million a year. So we're in the top percentage just on that alone. And we're black. So if you factor that in, cool. And we're both over 6 foot tall. Me, not you. Doesn't matter. But I drag you up.
Yeah.
You know, so I give you some lifts. The modern audience does not deserve us.
No.
Think about this.
As a 5 foot man, 5'5" man, I don't even deserve myself.
I'm just saying, you're up. So, y'all need to do better, or else we're gonna go to Asia and find us some modern audiences that know how to appreciate us. Them K-pop fans are way better than these Negroes. K-pop fans they ride or die.
Are we gonna start to do K-pop?
If we were a K-pop group, Fresh and Fit would have been assassinated.
Yeah.
6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
Hold on, before we go, what's your math saying?
The conversation and the words that are coming out of the mouth of someone like you, I would never consider top tier. A top tier man is also a man that is extremely desirable by way of his character. A top tier man is a man who displays a certain level of intellect that allows him to consider other people. A top tier man, they lead with love, not with dictatorship, right? They don't want to control their woman. They want to gently lead their woman. A top tier man creates space for a woman to feel good about herself. A top tier man supports the dreams and the ideas of a woman. A top tier man prioritizes a woman. A top tier man is in leadership and working as hard as he is to give the woman the life of her dreams.
And with all that stuff that you just said, that was just womanese talk.
Womanese is also 6'4", black, attractive. I don't know too many women in my circle who desire a 6'4" man still wearing braids.
Let me ask you a completely different question. I'm gonna go left. Is it just me, or do Negroes really like dating podcasts? Making them, participating in them. Yeah. I feel like, considering how small of a representation we are in regards to the media landscape, It is absurd how much we dominate these like dating topics and red pill stuff. What is it? Because I think this is like kind of adjacent. What do you think that draws us into like these kind of podcasts where it's like 6 unqualified people with an opinion telling you how dating has to look?
In the media world, it dictates a lot of our lives. It dictates a lot of the drama that we're watching. It dictates a lot of the entertainment that we're watching. The dating world is, I feel like, the epicenter of what black people watch.
Okay.
Entertainers just do music. No, we have to be invested in how they date. And then we want to emulate and replicate that because that's the basis of what a goal is. So it's not just that we're watching these quote-unquote idols, we want to emulate them. The way that they're dating, and the dating is basically the epicenter of how we live in. How do we dress? Why do we dress like? Why do we dress so fly? To attract. Why do we have certain things? Everything we do is to attract other people. Dating and having a family is the epicenter of the goals of these people. And I say these people, and I'm not talking about black
I heard
people.
when you said these people. We all heard you. We know what you meant.
So when I say these people, I'm talking about the people. I feel like there's two different kind of people. The people that live in social media, and to them, that is their reality. And the people that live outside the social media. Like these people, the people that live in social media, and that's their reality, they are so invested in this and that. The popcorn is out, and they want to. And real life is not so much of all about that.
I haven't put my finger on why there's like an overrepresentation of black dudes in the red pill space.
You know, us as black men, we don't have in the media. We're not really valued, and the search of value and proving that we're valued is to have money, to have control of a relationship, to have a lot of people, a lot of girls or whatever. I think that's what's been prone for us to have value. Whereas someone that really has all those things, the money and everything and stuff, oftentimes don't really talk about it. They don't need to boast about it. I think we've been put down so much, and we're in a search of looking like we have value, and we are. I'm worth it, man. I got this. You know what I mean? I got a job. I got money. We've been put. I don't know if it's because we've been put down so much that we're in a constant search of, or a constant way of showing that we have value, that we have the money, the honey, the everything. Mm. You know what I mean? Mm. All these years that we've been put down, we try to compensate for that by showing the wealth, the money, the cars, and we have to show this and that.
In regards to what they said in the video, the guy rambling about the 6'4" and 100K stuff, I think this is true both for men and for women. There's what gets you to the dance, and then there's what makes the dance good, right? So in a similar token, like there's what makes you attractive to people in a dating context, but there's what keeps a relationship going. And it's interesting that when he defined something that's top tier in regards to a man, everything was external and physical, right? It was his height, it was the amount of money he made. But I think anybody who's been in a relationship knows just because you have money and you have height, you're not going to maintain that relationship. There are skills you need. There are a lot of different aspects to a relationship in terms of compatibility and compromise you need. And it's just interesting to me that when a lot of these guys from these kinds of spaces talk about what is seen as endearing or really good for a man to have, none of it ever involves relationship-related skills. If he was just to say, listen, when it comes to being able to run through a bunch of women and smash them, yeah, I'm tall, I make money, okay, cool. But I think what she was relating to was more so the relationship aspect and things that actually keep you endearing within a long-term relationship. I think they both have a piece of the answer. I just think, as a man, if you were to ask me what would be considered a top-tier man or a man of high quality, I don't think I would just say his money and his height. I think just even amongst men, if we were to define ourselves, is that really what you want to be defined as? And you might say, well, but that's what women are attracted to on the outset. The same way you as a person is going to be attracted to a woman's physicalness, right? But what else do you need? You need her, if I'm a red pill guy, okay, I'm not, but let's say I was. You need her to be submissive. You need to be agreeable, right? You need her to be diplomatic. So you're not relaying to things that are physical, but you're not going to know that stuff unless you date her, right? So when you think of a top tier woman, you're going to look to her characteristics, her character, right? Her ability to be, because as attractive as she is, if she doesn't have those qualities, you're not going to qualify her. Why is it any different for a man, right? He didn't talk about the leadership aspect of a man. He didn't talk, if you're still operating on those traditional values, right? Mm-hmm. So it's just interesting to me that these guys will harp on this kind of stuff, but when they actually go to describe, they just talk about money and they talk about their height.
The way they talk about high value is not functional. To be a high value man, I think you have to be functional and within the confine of a relationship. When you talk about money and all this, that stuff, like, it is not functional. It shows it's luxury, but it's not functional.
Yo, listen, rest in peace to Kevin Samuels, but I wish those terms died with him.
The high value?
All that shit. That was like the start of a really cringe path for a lot of us, and it's not died down, especially for some black folks. So just like, bro, stop saying that shit. Every time people say it, I just expect some goofy shit. Just like, it's corny to even call yourself that.
Yes.
Because like, aside from looking braggadocious, you look like a cornball that's consumed too much online shit. It's like when I hear patriarchy, or when I hear you see how you roll your eyes? I think I roll my eyes when I hear high value man. I'm like, what have you been consuming for you to use that word? Even if what you're talking about might be real, the fact that you're using that word tells me the same way if I hear someone say patriarchy, instantly in my head is like, I'm going to relate to you all the cringe people I've heard use that word. I think men could be better served with talking about things that are actually valuable as a man in general and not just to women, right? Because I think a lot of those characteristics that matter to other men in terms of loyalty, in terms of being there for your friends, in terms of just being about your word, right? These are all qualities that we find endearing between each other, right? When I were to define what is a great man in terms of like a man I would trust, somebody who lives out his principles, women would find that endearing as well. I've never met a woman who didn't think those things were endearing.
Five for the top tier men, and that is the truth.
You believe you're a top tier man? By what standard?
I'm 6'4", only about what? 8% of the entire world is 6'4". I make well over 100K a year, and I'm black at that if you add that on. So just if we're speaking about those figures, the things that women are attracted to, no, I'm not going to toot my own horn, but I'll let you do the math.
The fact that he even knows that statistic is just funny to me. You could tell like he's definitely had to have this argument before. He's like, makes me think of like that dating profile from Fresh and Fit when Myron's just like, I make 100K, I'm over 6'3", only 1% of men have abs. It's just like, okay. Sometimes you see these people, are you guys real people?
And that's what I mean by they.
Yeah.
They live in the social media, in the social, it's not real world.
Yeah.
The sentence, only certain more amount of people have abs, is weird to me. That's not real world.
Why do you know this stat? It's just like,
it's either I'm talking about people that just graduated, or people that just live on social media. It's them over there. They're not real people. That's what I mean by them.
I don't know. But anyways, cringe. That's all I can say. Every time this topic comes up, I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah. I'm tired of the high value thing.
Oh my god.
The top tier.
You guys haven't moved on from that shit? Jesus Christ.